What are we playing, Michael?
We are back at We Happy Few.
Yeah, haven't played this in a little bit. Actually, I think we have not put out episode 3 yet. I think we recorded 3 episodes in this, right?
Yeah, the second one just came out. I think a couple days ago.
Yeah, I just put the second one out. I think it was it might have been yesterday or 2 days ago. So yeah, so third one hasn't come out yet, but we still got this one. I actually had to part the kimono a little bit here. When I was editing the first episode, I had finished, and for some reason, because of the naming of the files, I thought, oh, that sound file doesn't go with that video. So I deleted it. I was like, oh, I fucked up. And then after I did that, I was like, I started again, and I was like, okay, I make sure I have the right audio with the right video. And it turned out I had it right in the first place. So I just had to do the job twice. And I
don't like it.
It was frustrating.
And this cat brushes his nose against me, and it's all
he has a little wet nose. Yeah, I don't like that either.
You are.
So what did we do last? Oh, we had done something with a tower.
Okay, so last time, if I remember correctly, we had. Okay. Wait, didn't I save closer to the actual exit?
That's actually something Alex was complaining about when she was playing, that it kind of sets you back a little bit when you save.
Really?
Yeah, it kind of puts you, like, it doesn't save, like, at the frame that you saved it at. It kind of, like...
Jesus, okay.
All these people are, you're just kind of running through a hostile zone. All these people are going to try to kill you.
I don't care. Oh, God, I had this freak out last time. Now I have to do it again? What was with... Oh, God!
Yeah, you probably should have snuck through like we did the first time, but alright. Use the hatch.
Close, can I lock it? Lock it, cool. Alrighty. And to freedom I go. Hold the latch. Also, I'm very hungry.
I need to eat something, yeah.
Yeah.
And then probably eat some sick-up tea, because I imagine anything we have on us is rotten. Cat. There's a fluffy-ass cat that's just hungry for attention. Mostly scratches, because he's...
Blue currant, rotten potato,
has lots of fur and does not clean himself, so he's always itchy.
I didn't know cats could choose to not clean themselves.
He tries, but he just has too much fur, and he isn't good at it, so he needs periodic baths. If you want to talk on the phone, I'll edit the whole section out.
Yo, what? Oh, my friggin' ear. Not for a while. Like, for another 2 hours. Okay, why would you need? I can get you a beverage on the way back, but you'll probably be asleep by then. Alright, talk to you later. Love you. Bye-bye. Wanted me to grab him food.
Alright.
Shoutouts to my brother for being a bitch.
So either I left that in because I forgot and you got to hear that, or I edited it out and Michael just was on the phone with his brother, who wants him to get something on the way home because he's too lazy to just leave the house.
Pick up Ollie's recipe for strange... Okay, whatever. I'll do that one later. In the butt.
What? In the butt.
Okay, so back to the Mario and Lugo gaming podcast where we play something benign and then talk about every other thing possible.
I guess since it's something we were talking about before we were talking about this video, what is your... And I want you to put your foot down and have an opinion.
Okay.
On the Serena Williams bodysuit. And I don't want you to be like, oh, I kind of get it. Like, no wishy-washy bullshit.
Okay.
Don't die by that guy. Wow, that guy's an idiot. Give me a concrete opinion. Oh, no, he's going to try to kill you. Just bring out your, what is he, got a shovel?
Does he have a gun?
I don't think there's, like, shooting guns. I think it's, like, a melee gun.
Where's my throwies? Damn it!
You know, like those melee guns.
What?
Whoa, he threw a grenade at you. That's right,
Can't
Bumper.
wait to hear like the sound of my like little voice going, what? But to answer, one, I thought it's stupid that they would ever give her an issue with the bodysuit. Once again, the claim was that it was to help, blood flow, circulation of her body because of pulmonary embolism. I don't think it was an over-sexualized outfit. Once again, even if we're going with that way, they sexualize women regardless of what they're wearing. So, then they just need to sort of work on that problem in general.
Yeah, like I've kind of said before, it seemed like one of those weird lines that those type of men tend to draw with like golf and tennis and these kind of like these kind of rich person's games where they just have these weird arbitrary lines that they draw, and for some reason that body tight suit was a line past mini skirts and tight shirts.
Once again, like I saw somebody was referring to it as a cat suit. I'm like, how do y'all see this as a cat suit? It's like it's not leather, it's not lycra, some sort of shiny like it's trying to show off her body. Like it's literally just trying to help.
Well, I feel like even at the worst, like say like okay, that's your complaint and it's over sexualization, whatever. Just make her wear something over it.
I guess, yeah.
Like that totally passes as an undergarment. Just be like, okay, you have to wear a shirt and a skirt over it. And I feel like that's
just leggings at that point, yeah.
Yeah, then that's kind of reasonable.
I'm surprised I didn't think about that.
But to be completely like, nope, can't wear it at all, it's just obstinate and kind of dumb.
Alrighty, let's murder somebody.
Also, if somebody doesn't compliment me on my use of the word obstinate,
nice use of obstinate.
I will be angry. Okay, fair enough. You gonna take this motherfucker out?
Yeah, I'm gonna knock him out, then I'm gonna murder him. You know how we do.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the Old Testament run through of we happy few, where the only happy people are the few ones that God chooses to be kind to.
But we are not God, and we choose not to be kind to anyone.
Unconscious? I'll change that.
And dead.
Deceased.
I searched this mofo. Hope he doesn't have any full body tight suits, or I'll be very irate.
Oh, look, there goes another one. Time to kill. You know what I really want to play again? This game. Your game should never really want you to
play a different game.
Play a different game. I really want to play BioShock Infinite, or at least just any of the BioShocks in general. We talked about this before, how I love those games too much, and you watched Infinite be played too many times.
Yeah, I mean we could always play those games at some point for video, because I've never really like seen most of 1. I have not seen any of 2.
Just to have this on record, I think 2 gets a bad rap. Like, even actually watching, as I was talking about the Wisecrack channel, which if anybody really wants to get into a lot of philosophy, go watch the Wisecrack channel. Shout out to those guys, even though they have no idea who I am. Even they were sort of talking shit on the second one, or they don't talk shit about it, but they completely mention, and they even have, like, on their screen, like, oh, nobody likes you, like, we're not going to talk about BioShock 2. This is going to be the same thing. Prudence.
Does that mean something to us?
Probably. I remember there was a woman named Prudence before.
Okay. No, as far as the half, or almost the Half-Life 2.
BioShock 2, like, it was a completely different team. Like, it was just made to make money off of the success of BioShock 1, but it's still a fun game. Like, once again, the story is passable, and the big thing is the mechanics of it just got so much better.
The one, I guess, somewhat, I would say sort of somewhat legitimate complaint that I heard, and I remember from Yahtzee,
Mr. Ben Yahtzee Croshaw of the Escapist magazine.
Yeah. No punctuation. His one complaint was that you in the second one you play as the first Big Daddy.
Yeah.
But like mechanically you're just kind of the same as the guy from the first game, where it's like you move normally and not slow and clunky.
Yeah.
And so he's just kind of like, how did they end up with this guy as the first Big Daddy who could move around like a normal person? And they were like, no, we could improve on this if we make all Big Daddies slow and clunky. And
I think they try to explain it as like he had a little bit too much momentum to him. Like, it wasn't an idea of making them better, but making them easier to control. And even then, like, the Big Daddies weren't technically slow. Like, if you remember, like, one of the first scenes where they show up, that thing jumps off, like, a second floor to a first floor and just fucks somebody up.
I didn't get that far because, I don't know if this is something we've talked about in games, and we can get...
Wait, what?
Wait.
It says use, but that's just...
Okay, I guess bring it back down. Maybe there's a second lever when you get on it.
Yeah, okay. But you were saying?
We've kind of had discussions before where, like, I can't... It's hard for me to do scary video games because I'm because I'm in control. It makes me more scared. And it doesn't have to be something super scary, but, like, the beginning of BioShock 1 was just scary enough to where I was like, okay, I can't do this. This is too much.
Well, I remember we all had an argument over this where I was like, it's not scary.
But yeah, your thing is like, if you're in control, it's less scary, but a movie is more scary because you're not in control.
Yeah.
Where I have the opposite feeling. Because of a movie, I'm not in control, so like it's not as scary to me. But a video game, when you're in control, it doesn't have to be very scary. Like, BioShock was too scary.
You ever played Dead Space?
Yes, I couldn't get very far.
Oh, that's a good one.
The one game that was very scary to me, that's not a scary game, but that I also played to completion, was the King Kong video game, for like the movie, for the Peter Jackson movie.
Sorry, repeat the last 5 seconds you just said. I was busy paying attention to that.
That's fair enough. I had the game that was very scary to me.
The Peter Jackson King Kong?
Yes,
okay.
But I actually beat it. But it was very scary to me. It was Peter Jackson King Kong because it kind of has like a survival horror essence to it, where everything you fight is a thing. Like, it's not just like there's no like chaff throwaway enemies.
Really?
So like it kind of can become scary in that instance where like even if you're fighting just like the raptors, like they're hard to kill. And it's kind of a scary game. It's probably bad at this point because
I don't know why. I don't find King Kong like an interesting character.
The one in the parade.
I can get that.
How would you even get to it? You can't even go to Maidenholm. They shut that bridge down last week.
Taste onions from that burger.
You're right.
It was a good burger though.
You're always right.
Speaking of, did you watch the Hot Ones interview with Rhett and Link?
Actually, that's very recent. No, I haven't seen it yet.
They mentioned like the interview asked him a question. He's like, "What would you prefer, like In-N-Out Burger or Whataburger?"
Mm-hmm.
And Rhett was very. He was like, "Whataburger's bad." I'm like, "Oh no!"
So that specific thing I heard about because Logan told me about it because it was in the local news about Rhett and Link hating Whataburger.
Link was fine with it. Rhett was like, he had his stern face on and everything. He's like, "It's just bad." I'm like, dude, like, I'm not gonna hate. Like, I actually, as a Texan, was a little hurt by that. I was like, but at the same time, I'm like, again, it's subjective. Like, I don't like In-N-Out Burger, but I can understand, like, if you grew up on In-N-Out Burger, you're gonna like that more than you like Whataburger.
So the funny thing was we got
5 skill points. What do you want to?
Oh, I don't know. They got kind of like grouped together because it's Rhett and Link.
Yeah.
So as far as like the news cycle went, they got kind of like piled in together. It was like Rhett and Link hates Whataburger. My thing is, they're fucking fast food restaurants. Who gives a shit? And I only bring it up because of people I will not name that we know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Secondhand that have tattoos of the Whataburger symbol
logo
on their arm, which is just ridiculous.
I'm going to go combat here real quick just because I feel like more often than not I'm going to end up unarmed. And 50% chance to stagger with unarmed melee. It's less effective against bobbies. So bobbies are just the police guys. Let's wait for it. I'm just gonna go. Or actually,
There's one that just gives you more health.
It's 5. Should I go for the one that leaves me with a little bit of points, or even healthier? Let's just. I
feel like you get fucked up a lot, so just get more
let's just
health.
go the health. Just completely.
I feel like
out.
we'll always have a weapon, even if it's just like a stick or something.
Yeah, you're right about that. Let me go to that. It has like one unread note here, real quick.
Oh boy.
Do I? Okay, no. Whatever.
But yeah, I'll put it out there. Like, okay, so yes, I'm from Corpus. I like Whataburger just fine. I worked there for a bit.
We all worked there for a bit.
Yeah, if you're from Corpus, you've worked for Whataburger for a bit. Like, I feel like I don't think I've known anyone who hasn't worked for Whataburger.
Oh, my brother, oddly enough.
Oh, fair enough.
But like, you've paid so much
okay.
money into it. Whataburger's a cult down
Did he
here.
have a high school job though?
Yeah.
What did he work?
He
Where did he
worked
work?
at Fuddruckers.
Oh, that's right.
Actually, I'm not even sure if that was high school. It might have. If anything, it was his like the last part of his senior year into like his early college years.
That's
But he
still,
worked
like,
at Fuddruckers
that was
for like
his
5
first
years.
job though, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
he worked there
fair
for
enough.
a while.
I'll give him that. But yeah, generally a lot of people in Corpus tend to work at Whataburger just because they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And
they pay well.
Yeah, it's actually a very well-paying company. But so I like Whataburger just fine. I like their food. I know it very well. I haven't had In-N-Out. I know we have it there's a couple in San Antonio, and there's a lot of them in Austin. So I have access to them. I just haven't had them yet. And I'm not going to talk shit on In-N-Out, again, because I haven't had it. I'm going to talk shit on anyone who cares about the argument between In-N-Out and Whataburger, because it's so dumb. Because it's dumb, not because they're fast food restaurants, which they are, even though both of them claim to not be. Because both Whataburger and In-N-Out will claim to not be fast food. They're just like expedient service or whatever.
Yeah, they're a gourmet burger at a fast pace.
Yeah, whatever. They're fast food. And
how the fuck do I get out of
it's
this
dumb to
again?
care that much about fast food, but also it's like...
This mission's called Oh Behave.
We've gotten to the point where anyone remotely from California is going to prefer In-N-Out, and anyone remotely from Texas is going to prefer Whataburger.
And the hipsters of both regions will say the other just to say the other.
Yeah, so like,
Where's the
I feel like we can calm down on that argument, because it's a moot argument, because people aren't going to give their actual opinions. If they were born and raised in Texas, but they actually prefer In-N-Out, they're not going to say it. Vice versa. And I feel like the one complaint about...
Yep, that would make sense. Of course, bees.
Yeah, they hurt, Michael. Don't walk into the bees.
Oh shit, are they chasing me?
They're
oh my
following
god, the
you.
bees!
Get out of here.
Yep, that was the dumbest thing I've done in a small...
I think people talk about Steak and Shake too a lot. When like...
Steak and Shake is a sit-down place, though.
Because there's a separate argument when it's not like East versus West, like In-N-Out versus Whataburger. That's just like a general
Can I just
argument
murder this fool?
of Steak and Shake versus In-N-Out. But again, I've had neither, and I know both of them have very limited
am
menus.
I thirsty again? Son of a bitch. Oh, I have pure water. Yes.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, drink that shit.
Like once again. Yeah, we had our conversation last time about, some people's dedication to Whataburger. Also, I remember seeing a map really recently on Facebook of like, a prayer to all these counties in Texas that don't have Whataburger. They barely have like 40% coverage. It's like, so how is it really that big of a Texas staple if like the state that you claim to be from doesn't if most of the state doesn't even have access to you?
If anything, if I was to like say like, oh, what's the Texas like fast food restaurant? It's Dairy Queen. Because you can go anywhere. You can go into the smallest town in Texas.
And there's a Dairy Queen.
They have a Dairy Queen. They won't necessarily have a Whataburger. Whataburgers have coverage, but they'll fucking have a Dairy Queen.
My fucking mom is from Hebronville, and they only have a Dairy Queen, a Church's Chicken, and a Subway. The Subway just came in the last 5 years.
Yeah, and Subway also has very wide coverage because it's fucking Subway. But it's the McDonald's of sandwiches. I don't know what to tell you. But, Texas's fast food restaurant is very much
Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen.
But
And Dairy Queen's not bad. Like it's. I don't really eat their burgers or anything, but like their steak fingers are fine.
I feel like
Blizzards.
I feel like we've sat on like the food talk for too long, but like I think that's just the weird problem of a lot of people today is having a hard opinion is gonna get you backlash when you're in a position like Rhett and Link. Like saying Whataburger is bad will get you accosted for just having that opinion.
Especially Whataburger's got more coverage now. They've been in 2 major video games. Can you name the 2 major video games that Whataburger's been in?
King of the Hill, Road to Hill 30.
No. There is a Whataburger Cup.
Oh, Grand Theft Auto, right?
No. Resident Evil 7.
Really?
Resident Evil 7 is Whataburger Cup, which kind of makes sense because it's in Florida, and there are a couple of Whataburgers in Florida.
Specifically because of tennis, as we were talking about earlier.
So that makes sense. Like, there's Whataburger in Florida because we've kind of made it that far. So, fair enough, that's research done. And you can find a Whataburger Cup laying around. The second game, you could not in a million years guess.
What is it?
Detroit Become Human. There's a Whataburger Cup in a guy's house in Detroit Become Human. And it's not like, oh, it's kind of looks like a Whataburger Cup. Like, no, it's like almost photocopied a Whataburger Cup.
I think that guy watched me take down this woman.
We'll take him. Well, he has to die then.
He has to die, right?
Yeah, no, he absolutely has to die. He cannot. We no witnesses. We are.
We
and
are.
By clean up, we
don't
mean your
mind
life.
me.
So there's also a guy behind you that probably also saw the crime.
Oh no, he totally
So
did.
he has to also die.
Son of a bitch.
Nope, he's going down.
Sorry, Vincent Head.
So I think that's everyone who could see. And yep, everyone's got to die with the shovel. And just hit her to be... Yep, there we go. Let's search all these bodies.
Oh God, what have I become? Exactly what I wanted to be. Are you happy now, Dad?
Okay, I'd rather be a serial killer than someone who has a Whataburger tattoo.
I feel like those are one and the same. I saw a statistic somewhere that said at any point in time there might be anywhere between 5 to 20 active serial killers around the globe, which I feel is surprisingly a low number for relatively 7 billion people on the earth.
Yeah, it actually seems surprisingly low.
Because I feel like that's something that actually really should be popular.
Well,
the actual act of serial killing.
I take that back. Because serial killers tend to be... And I hate to bring it up in this way, but they tend to be white people who are somewhat well off.
Yeah.
Like, not like crazy well off. They're not rich, but like they're people who don't have to worry about the day-to-day living. You know?
Yeah.
Listen. So that number kind of makes sense in the sense that, like, it has to be someone who is raised in that, type of way.
Was it Ted Bundy? Once again, the incredibly, charismatic fucking killer.
Yeah, a lot of them tend to be that way. Yeah, I think Ted Bundy is the one that people kind of, name firsthand as, an attractive, charismatic serial killer. But, yeah, they tend to be that, just kind of
because people think of, John Wayne Gacy. Everybody wants to go towards, the criminally insane ones. There's something really weird and twisted about him. But, Ted Bundy was just, he was a lady killer and a lady killer.
Yeah, so it's just, I can understand the low number. Because I feel like most murders are either a crime of passion, which I imagine the numbers are pretty low on that as well, or they're have a legitimate reason behind them, whether it's money, property.
What? I was in your house, bro.
Well, he has to die, right, Bumper? Yeah, there you go. I feel like your weapon's better than his. He has a stick. He has a cricket bat. You have a goddamn shovel. Is he dead?
No,
Yeah,
he's dead now.
Well, you know what that means. We get everything in his house.
Yeah, actually, you're right about that. Totally right.
Law of the jungle. His house things are now. Oh wait, hold on. Were those apples
Rotten
rotten?
apples.
Oh, they're rotten. Never mind.
Rotten apples.
We have enough rotten food.
Sewing kit. Steel.
Yeah, that seems important.
I feel like that could be used for crafting.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't I just sit down? Like, literally, I would have, like, been completely hidden. Because that's how this game thinks that, like, hiding works.
Cloth scrap, might need that.
Search the toilet.
We're gonna need a nice suit whenever we get into an actual town.
I think the sewing kit works with that, actually, doesn't it?
Probably.
Bleach.
Bleach?
Is there somebody else in here?
Oh, he needs to die. Shovel. Right bumper. Get that shovel out.
Oh, God.
Get that shovel out.
Where did you get a shovel?
Get your shovel out.
I will.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, yeah, Did I know this guy?
So, yeah, I guess take that.
Is there another person in this friggin' house?
Yep, kill him. Get that shovel out.
God, I am just murdering things. Because they decided to live here. That is how this works.
Absolutely. I don't know why our character's so against killing when we're so for killing.
Lime and charcoal, Jimmy bar, dig spot.
Yeah, there's
Ooh,
a lot
another
of
dig
stuff in there.
spot. Yeah. Maybe that's why there were so many people just hiding things in this house. Really, cat?
This cat is horny for scratches.
Search campfire, rancid stew. Why is there Who is cooking a rancid stew? Who's like, you know what would make this like rotten food easier to eat a little? Just fucking cook
I
it.
was actually watching a thing earlier about why spices were so important way back in the day.
Because they made rotten food taste better.
Yes, because partly they could help to store meat and make it last longer, like salts and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But then also, yeah, like if you had to eat rotten meat, which was not uncommon,
Yeah.
Spices made it more palatable. And if they were available, well, yeah, I'll put some spices on this rotten meat to stay alive.
But going back to Rhett and Link, oddly enough, not about like the controversy, but this is the first time I've watched a Rhett and Link anything in probably months, and it was because of a show that wasn't even their show.
You know who's honestly surprised that I put Good Mythical Morning on?
Who?
Was Logan. I was just because they just very recently started their new season.
Yeah.
They're just a few episodes in, and I put one on. It was a Willet because that's what that channel is now.
Yeah.
And I legitimately like it. Like I like the channel just fine. Like I'm not gonna bullshit about it. And Logan was like, "Oh, you must be bored if you put Rhett and Link on." And I was like, "I mean, I
They used to
actually
be-
legitimately like them." And he's just like, "I guess."
They used to be a big part of my media diet, probably like 2 years ago. Like, I'd watch them every day, including the ones that just didn't interest me, but I'd still be like, you know what, I really, like, I liked watching them, I liked their humor. But it got to a point where they were just putting out so much content.
Well, yeah, because they put on, there was this last season, where they did the red, green, and yellow.
Okay, did they stop that?
This season, they stopped that.
Okay.
They joke about it, because in the first episode, they were just like, they do a joke, where they had this, like, cloud
not
chart.
the voice I expected, really.
They do this like cloud chart of like this is super complicated, and there's like, okay, this is what we did last season, and they had like the red to green to yellow, whatever, and they're like, it was super simple. We know it was super easy to follow, but we're gonna go back to our super complicated like version where we just have one episode for Good Mythical Morning and one episode for Good Mythical More. And they just did a joke about how that was super complicated. But how, like...
It probably lost them a lot of viewers. Like, I honestly stopped watching when they had 4 videos coming out a day. And I'm like...
It was rough. And I think they know that. And I think it did lose them a lot of views. So they went back to the normal thing, was they have one episode a day.
I'll have to go check it out. I think I even unsubscribed because I got so tired of seeing like 5 or 6 different things, and it's all that.
That's fair. No, they were actually a big
Speaking of, don't forget to like and subscribe.
And and click the bell so you get the notifications when we put a new video on.
Also, if you want to support us more, we have our Patreon. All this will be in the links down below.
But no, they were a big thing for me when I was working full time as an RSR for Frito-Lay because I woke up very early in the morning, and they post their videos like
very early,
crazy early in the morning.
Because they're almost like a YouTube radio show. Like they're supposed to be up at 5 or 6 taping this and getting it done.
Yeah, they tape it the day before and then they just post it the morning of. But it was actually very nice to have. Like when I had to get up at 4 in the morning and get up for work, like it's kind of nice to have something there that's like pleasant and just easy watching to just kind of like ease me into the day.
Yeah.
So for that purpose, I was very grateful to have that. Otherwise, they're kind of basic YouTube popularness, but I think they're pretty harmless. Basic YouTube obviousness. It's better than watching like the Paul Brothers or something like that.
Yeah.
Cat, how many scratches can you get before you're done with it?
He's all tangled up in the wiring too. Stand up, fool. What do I have to be a specific? Just wait. My number 2? What?
Did you take a number yet?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Undercover bridge inspector. See this device. Detects structural.
You haven't taken your joy. There's a joy detector. And they're going to want to fight you. I would say, okay.
And then we'll fight.
Yeah, bring your shovel out just in preemptiveness.
Well, let's not give them a reason to think that, we're going to get froggy.
I feel like they're going to get froggy with you. Now entering...
Il pie home.
Il pie home. Oi!
What is this? This is like one of those love hotels?
Yeah, is this the love cave?
Son of a bitch.
Well, fuck that shovel, I guess. Are you wearing a chopped up suit? Probably
Yeah.
I probably should have fixed your suit up first.
Can I do... I think it would have told me
Ooh,
to.
fucking eat a goddamn sandwich. Some tea. Drink some shit that's not fucking gross. And eat some shit that's not gross. Before you don't have, like, the option. Yeah, take all of the stuff. Pick up that antiseptic bandage. Absolutely.
How nice. How
Some good
lovely.
stuff.
Oh, this guy is...
Oh, well, this guy's not happy. Oh, sweet. They're going to give you a next suit. So I guess
Okay.
press X wherever you need it. Was your brother autistic? Also,
Well, aren't
look-
we the autistic ones, actually?
look at the trash can. Exterminate. Looks like
You
a
know
dog.
that's got to be a fucking reference for them. They're like, huh,
Yeah.
only the English people will get this.
And every nerd that lives in America, because who doesn't watch Doctor Who at this point?
I do not.
Good show. I recommend it. It's good if you can get past the cheesiness.
I can't get past the cheesiness.
Fair enough.
Also, some things get to that point, like, I know I'm being a hipster about it, but it's too popular for me to get into it. I don't want to be one of those people.
That's fair. I'll say that I
Honestly,
like...
Logan's talked about Guts so much, I really don't ever want to watch it. I'm so sick of it.
Yeah, Berserk. I like Doctor Who just fine. I'm actually behind. I never finished, like...
On Doctor Who?
Yeah, I think I haven't seen the whole last season, actually. And then we have the new Doctor Who. Do you know why everyone's pissed off about the new Doctor Who?
It's a woman, right?
Because it's a woman.
Just
And people do not like women.
but people
And
do
by
not
people, I mean white men. Don't like women.
like clothes scrap. I'm picking up. Where's my proper suit? Proper.
A proper suit, oi! And I guess, I don't know, wibbly wobbly timey wimey for all the nerds out there.
Oi.
Oi!
um,
And this goddamn cat that just doesn't get enough scratches.
huh.
I vote vanilla.
Vanilla? Is there like a moment of choice here? Oh, okay, over here.
Yeah, there should be a dispenser somewhere because I know once you get.
Ho!
Oh, that sucks. So the joy's somewhere behind you. So I know, like, once you get into the actual towns, there's like dispenser stations that have joy, and you can choose what flavor. Now, the complaint I've heard recently.
Oh, it won't let me save? So I can't just like fight these two fools and just...
No, I think you have to take your joy.
Really?
Is that, you have to take joy to get through, like, the town sections.
Okay.
Or otherwise they'll just fight you. Like, the whole town will fight you.
Yeah, because...
But you can overdose on joy. But the meter of overdosing and, like... Oh, I guess you're getting strawberry.
Strawberry,
Fuck
okay.
us. So, like, the meter for overdosing and, like, the meter for how much joy you need to take are separate. So sometimes, like,
Okay,
to take
joy
enough...
makes you happy, but cannot take too much. The joy meter will help you track your joy experimentation. If the joy meter fills, you'll overdose and suffer penalties to combat's crafting and conformity until the overdose passes.
Yeah, so, like, sometimes you have to take enough joy just to fit in that makes you overdose. And it's kind of like a broken aspect of the game. We'll see how we do.
This counteracts your memory loss. Oh god, I'm sorry, Jesus. It looks like for this moment we have to take our drugs.
So I say we take the amount of drugs that we have to for now. Then once we get into town, we refuse as much as possible and we just kill anyone
Yeah.
that's mad at us. Which might be the whole town. But I say, down with the patriarchy.
That's word to Lululemon. Michael Che!
That looks like a real person. Again.
Sit and watch the Uncle Jack show.
Yeah, that's absolutely a real person.
This was on the TV earlier before.
Yeah.
Etiquette minute. What am I...
The Uncle Jack, now it's time. The Uncle Jack, anyone how can I get anyone how can I fit in there? It's easy. Get along. It's easy. Get along. If someone tells you it's a lovely day, it's always a lovely day. It's always a lovely day. It's always a lovely day. So don't be afraid of talking.
Appreciate it.
I'm assuming, of course.
So is this footage glitchy because of the game?
I
Or
think
because of
it's
the
a,
Xbox?
I think it's the game, not the Xbox.
Or people might think you're a waste. Now, people are scared. People are scared. They're asking you to remember to take your joy. Just pop another, and they'll congratulate you. Go on about their day. Things seem to be getting a bit hectic. You can always sit on the bench, relax, and open the hand over on. Take a look when you're sitting on a bench.
I think this is literally just trying to tell you how to play the game after you've already played the game for a few hours.
Yeah, they're just saying, take your joy so people don't kill you, sit on a bench, Assassin's Creed style, so that you fit in.
I think they were making a statement that Assassin's Creed will not be coming out this year.
Isn't that bullshit? Because aren't we getting the one they announced to E3?
All right.
We're getting the Greek one, aren't they? Because they skipped a year for Origins.
They skipped a year for Origins.
And Origins is good. Like, I'll give them that. They skipped a year and they
Did
made
you
a
play
good
Origins?
game. Yeah.
Really?
And it's
I hear
pretty,
the DLC is super good for it as well. The one that goes into like the afterlife.
Yeah, it's a very decent game. I didn't beat it.
Also, my walk is different. You notice that?
Yeah,
when
when you're on Joy, you strut. Yeah.
That's sexy.
Yeah, Origins is actually a pretty decent video game. I never beat it, but I will say, like, it's a decent game.
That
And-
wasn't me trying to be like, oh,
And that was kind of like the main complaint with the newest one, is that it looks pretty decent because you're in ancient Greece. And, like, the game looks fine, but it looks like it's just kind of a reskinned Origins. Which was the issue with the series in the first place, which is why they had to take a year off. It's because they were coming out with a game every year, and it just kind of got to the point of reskins. Or, in the case of the one that came out on the current gen, right when it came out, the French one.
Assassin's Creed.
What was it called? Because there was Black Flag and then Rogue, which came out on Xbox 360.
Revelations?
No, that's the third
No,
part.
that's the third one.
That's the third part of the
No.
what was it called? Because there was Black Flag and there was Rogue that came out for Xbox 360 and PS3 because the new game only came out on quote unquote next gen, which is now our current gen of Xbox One,
Unity.
PS4. Unity. That game blew. It sucked. And then they're like, okay, we need to take time off. So say hello.
X select B. Can I get a different choice here? Why is
I guess you don't get a choice. Fuck you didn't give it a choice. Okay, so B.
Okay, there we go. I just don't
okay.
know how to play this
So
fucking
this one's
game.
B. This one's absolutely B.
Close plus joy.
Yeah.
We do have... God, this bitch is scary. You know, I can't... I'll keep talking. I like the aesthetic of this game. The retro futuristic England. Where the fuck I put my water? Pound my ass.
Okay, so the eyes are never the option. So join in. It's B.
What will he do?
Wait, hold on. The shenanigans. Oh yeah, I guess stop them.
It's like, what will his response be if I'm being a douche?
Speaking of uppers and downers, what's your preferred version of drugs? Is it uppers or downers?
Downers, man. Well, yeah. I mean, I've never done coke.
It's expensive.
Is it? God, why am I poor?
Yeah, I feel like uppers are always expensive, but downers are cheap.
What the fuck is the question?
Well, I guess heroin could be kind of expensive, but amphetamines are an upper.
Yeah, no,
I feel like
uppers.
they're kind of expensive.
Uppers are really dangerous because once again, your heart rate gets really up there, and like it's.
So the one personal experience I can say I have with any type of uppers is Dennis Bender, which I should probably bleep out that name when it comes to editing this video. As a person I know who was into...
That's a doctor, by the way. That's what we saw at the beginning of the game. That's called a doctor.
He's a person who was just into mood-altering substances. And he was always taking part in mood-altering substances. But even he told me about taking meth once. And he was like, that was the worst experience of my life. Never do that. I thought I was going to die. Never take meth. So I feel like that was kind of always like my personal experience with uppers was like, be careful. Because they'll make you feel like you're going to die. So just take a downer. Like weed. Just smoke some weed. You'll be fine.
I scored 3 out of 5. Also, that was a trick question, you douchebags. Is 60%? That's a D, right? That's how I passed college. Yeah, cool. What? What?
You have to play it again? Your goal is to escape.
There we go.
It's long. You can hear a Jimmy bar. Is there a Jimmy bar laying around?
Yep.
Metal bits.
I can craft one.
Just out of metal bits?
Should be able to.
Jimmy bar.
I
You
need
need 3 metal bits.
Son of a bitch.
It's in the locker.
There we go.
2
And
metal
there was a
bits
Jimmy bar
and a
in there.
Jimmy bar. God damn it.
Yeah, downers are just better. Like, once again, we talk about it a lot now. Or, like... it's just still gonna keep going on about that.
Here was is fucking Bloodborne.
I mean, those would be the eyes inside.
Speaking of Bloodborne, I have something to talk about that, but we'll continue with what
Sekiro
you're...
coming up fucking soon? Yes.
Well, in a way, yes, but we'll continue what you were going to say about uppers and downers.
Uppers and downers, because going back to drugs, right? Is weed's fantastic. Like, I can't drive when I smoke, but like weed, once again, it just sort of makes you pleasant. You can have like really cliche, stupid ass conversations and whatnot. I can't do downers. Like I can't drink a lot anymore. Like just the way that it affects me, my mind goes to a really depressed place.
Fair enough.
Just sort of, I think, with the way that I used alcohol, like when I was depressed. Oh, I should probably stop running.
And yet, they say the unexamined life is not worth it.
What are you going on about, buddy? Oh, okay, it's
Bear in mind, there is now a nocturnal curfew. Best be indoors after nightfall, sir.
Okay. No, I get what you mean by that.
But, like, also just one for my general health. Like, you know, all the drinking, it just adds a bunch of empty calories and shit that I don't need. But, like, yeah, just being drunk doesn't take me to the place it used to anymore.
As you mentioned that, did you know millennials are killing the beer business?
Yeah, because they don't drink beer.
Because they're all drinking liquor because it's supposedly healthier. But liquor turns in the same type, like alcohol turns into the same type of fats and sugars, whether it's through liquor or beer. Granted, beer, you do have a few extra carbs from the liquid breadness of it.
It turns into, it's mostly the diet associated. Like, once again, it's not the act of like having a few beers. Like, it's being drunk and being like, you know what sounds really great? A pizza. An entire pizza right now.
Yeah, I feel like that's something people don't talk about enough. Is that when I don't know, for me, when I drink, it makes me hungry. And I want to eat a lot when I'm drinking. And I feel like that's the stereotype with, like, weed. But, like, just, like, just even light drinking, I'm just like, oh, I want to eat now. Because I've been drinking. And I feel like that's not something that's talked about enough. But there was something I wanted to bring up, and I kind of forgot.
Sekiro. We were talking about Bloodborne Sekiro.
Right. Because, they have been super secretive about what the narrative and like kind of like the story is for that game.
Of Sekiro?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've been like super like behind closed doors. Like even when they let people play it, like
The demo was at GamesCon.
yeah, and Max got to play it. Maximilian Dude.
Yeah.
He got to play it, and he was talking about how they got to play the demo, but they wouldn't answer any questions about.
God, how much is this game trying to render? It's really working.
They didn't. They were very careful not to explain anything about story or lore, and they were being very secretive about it. So he's wondering if they're gonna pull like a big like Bloodborne thing where like you're gonna get a twist at some point where everything's like, oh, but if you level up this stat enough, then you see. Though in Sekiro
the insight.
Yeah, but in Sekiro there's no stats.
Oh, there's a shelter here.
There's no RPG elements to it.
Really?
There's no stats. There's nothing. It's very action oriented, and that was kind of the biggest thing he was talking about. It's gonna be something for people to get used to, is because you can't just like stat your way to being OP through everything. You have to actually like get
Learn
good
how to
at the
play the
game. Yeah, because there's no character creation. You're playing the same character every time, no matter what. Oh,
that's boring.
And there's no stats, so it's just you're a ninja, basically. You're not a samurai. 'Cause that's the thing that kind of people took away from it. It's like, oh, you have a katana, and it's Japan, you're a samurai. It's like, no, you're more like ninja-esque. So it's very mobile-based.
Mobility, agility.
Yeah, a lot of dodging, kind of like in Bloodborne.
How am I supposed to get around? Like, getting around, jumping on things, but like, is there a way to turn off this electricity?
What happens if you fall in electricity?
Pain.
Okay, it just does damage. Alright. Oh, you're probably not supposed to be here yet. Nope. You're gonna die. Well, we will see what happens next time.
That was about the time. Cool.
And the electric dungeon.
Fucking hell.
That is this area. Anything you want to say? Anything to exit out on this video with?
Always remember, kids, don't do drugs unless you're trying to fit in.
I will say kind of in a similar vein, if everyone is telling you to take a drug, just take it. And that is a drug-filled, peer pressure tomato. We'll see you next time. Logan got shat on by a dolphin.